after a while, it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It's like, fuck it.
But you gotta keep the lessons, though. You gotta keep the lessons.
Yes.
All right. So, man, welcome back to another episode of the Block Talk Podcast.
Another episode once again.
So this is a special one. This one is gonna be a little bit shorter.
Yeah, real to the point, real quick.
So for this one, we are gonna talk about women in hip hop or women in rap. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the first thing I wanted to start on with women in rap is how women don't make songs where they make songs taking accountability. Like, I have never heard a woman apologize on a rap song, ever. Like, I heard Jasmine Sullivan, she did Hotels. She talked about how she was stupid and all of this other shit, all the mistakes she made. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. She talked about all that stuff, but she's R&B. But women in rap, they don't do it.
Nah. Okay, so let's start this out. So y'all heard the statement. Y'all heard the topic. If there's any girls listening to this, if he's wrong, put it in the comment. Give us the list of the songs,
please,
and we'll look through them. All right,
please.
But with that being said, I don't think there's room for women to be accountable in hip hop.
Why? 'Cause they're not accountable in regular life anyway.
That's a different
topic. No, is it though? Is it really?
But I don't think there's space for that. There's no space for them in hip hop because hip hop is a male dominated like sport or entertainment or whatever source of entertainment. It's already highly aggressive and shit like that. So I don't think they come into it with the mindset of, you know what, I should say sorry. I should be soft. I should be soft with this guy or whatever.
But ain't like I'm coming out there saying make a Drake album or nothing. But it's okay to apologize or admit you had some fault or did something wrong in a song. It's okay. And to be fair, most women rap is listened to by women and gay men. Most straight men don't go just like, yo, bump that Flo Milli. I'm not gonna say bump that Flo Milli, but if Flo Milli song come on, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, okay, I rock with Flo Milli. but like most of her, but right, and but most. Well, at least Flo Milli and a lot of the escort rappers or whatever, a lot of their music is consumed by women. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's that women don't want to hear some bitch talking about some sorry, fuck that nigga, because what it is, because a lot of women music now is, like you say, it's escort rap, and it's a lot of escort rap and fuck that nigga.
Now it's a new wave coming up of gangbangers too. Throwing up gang signs and all of that. The shooters.
What's her name? FNF. What's her name?
Oh, GloRilla.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she makes shoot my bang bang music, but it's the other. What's the other girl? Do not know her name. She like new on the scene. She got the TikTok song.
See, I don't be on TikTok, so.
Oh, okay. I'll find it and I'll let you know. Yeah. But yeah, it's shoot 'em up, bang bang. The girls are in the gangs. The girls are shooters now. But yeah, like I said, nobody cared when Mary J was happy. Mm-hmm. Like they only cared about Mary J when she was hurt, heartbreak, and depressed. Like that was the best version of Mary. That's the best version of a lot of songs like that. Like,
oh well, don't get me wrong, because I'm a nigga who very rarely makes happy songs. Like very rare, yeah. Very rarely.
No, but it's, I don't know. People they have to make stuff you can rap along to or sing along to, and nobody wants to admit when they're wrong.
Nigga, I sing along to Marvin's Room all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the space has been carved for men to be like
wrong?
To be like that. Yeah.
For men to be wrong?
Because the perception of us is we're already wrong. You were born with the penis, you are wrong. Like that's the perception. So when you come out and say, yeah, I'm wrong, like it's like, oh, breath of fresh air. This is fire. Mm-hmm. Like diamond instantly.
So I know talking about rap, but like I said, Jasmine Sullivan, she talked about her being wrong and dumbing us other stuff, and that went on to be nominated for Grammys and awards and everything like that.
Yeah, but she did it through the guise of sex and being a hoe.
Okay.
So 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 that was
wrong is wrong though.
That was easy, but it was easy. It was easily digestible because of the manner in which it was given. Like if I give you a hamburger on a napkin, like you like, man, what the fuck is that? But if I give you a hamburger on a plate, you can be like, oh shit, look at my nigga. Like it's the same hamburger. It's the way it's delivered.
Well, nigga, you know I'm a savage, nigga. So
in most cases,
like
most people not gonna look at it like that.
Was it said she did it. So most women rap about sex anyway. Mm-hmm. So she can rap about sex and being wrong, but most of the women rap about sex and getting money from the nigga that they fucking.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna sing about or rap about just being wrong. No girl, let's say.
I'm saying if niggas can do it, women can do it, and I think, and honestly, maybe.
But I don't think
maybe I'm
women
realizing
don't want to hear that. Women don't want to hear. Women don't want to sing about self-deprecation and being wrong.
They need to, because if all so you know, I feel like you said this a while back. Do you remember you said like music changes people?
Something I'll say.
Okay, so look, cause we had this one friend who was one way, and then he started listening to this particular type of music, and he took on that person's personality a lot more. So, you remember?
I remember that conversation.
Where's the mute?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, exactly. So I'm saying that is a true thing. So if women were to be like, if women rappers were to be like, yo, I'm wrong, but it's okay because of these reasons, and then more women was like, okay, I'm wrong because of these reasons, it would trickle down to the people who listen to it, I believe, and then more women would be able to say, I was wrong because of these reasons. Might be a pipe dream, but
if I'm not mistaken, I think Rhapsody did that on her latest album. Not newest because it was pretty old, but her second album, I think it was, she did that. I forgot what song it was, but I think she did that.
And if somebody would do it, I believe it would be somebody like a Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Because
somebody that's way more conscious, somebody that's way more earthy with the people, shit like that.
So I would want to hear it from one of the big three. So that's Nicki, Meg, and Cardi.
You ain't getting out of them.
But those are the ones that the people listen to, and that's who we need to hear it from. And if we were going to hear it out of one of them, I feel like it would be Nicki, maybe.
No. Nicki is not going to come out and say she's wrong.
She don't need to say she's wrong about everything. She just needs to say she's wrong about a situation. She can say she's wrong about like the way she handled Safari, the way she handled Meek, or something like that. No, she could come out and say that.
She's not. She's never going to come out and say she's sorry about anything. That's beneath her.
But what I'm saying is, though, we need that kind of track from someone on that level, because like you said, Rhapsody said she's good, she's talented, and she's probably a better writer than Cardi and Meg or whatever.
And Nicki.
Yep, maybe, but possibly, 100%. But because she's on that lower tier, it's not mainstream. She don't get radio play like that. Mm-hmm. You won't hear it. So we need to hear from somebody who does get that kind of attention.
You know, I think if one person do it, well, it probably won't count.
If one person do it and it's successful.
My idea won't count because it's not rap. But the one person I think that'll do it, or that can do it and make waves with it, Erykah Badu. If Erykah Badu come out and do it, and it like make splashes or a wave or whatever, it'll go.
I can see that.
It'll go.
But like I say, I'm talking more sort of strictly in rap though. Yeah. I know with women it's kind of hard to stay in rap, but but more so that's.
Let's see who. I think Remy could do it.
I think Remy could do it too.
I think Remy could do it. Would it be super successful? Probably not.
Because she's lower tier.
Yeah, it won't be super successful. I think it'll be successful, but not like super successful.
So look, when it comes to like women in rap, do you believe in like gatekeeping?
In like up front, yeah.
So my thing is, I've always shit, my fucking knee. My girl would be like, it's pretty much Nicki, and then it's everybody else. So I feel like
I think Nicki is head and shoulders above a lot of people.
Yeah, and I feel she commands a lot of respect from like upcoming women rappers as well as a lot of those established corporations because if it's a show like, let's say, the Billboard Awards or something, and it's like, okay, we can have Nicki Minaj, but if we have Nicki Minaj, we can't have these other 6 women that she don't like.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, and I do feel that she uses her power to kind of...
But I think guys do that too. I think a lot of guys do that as well.
But it's such an influx of guys coming in like at once all the time. People are going to get through one way or another. Yeah. But with women, it's like, oh,
that funnel is a lot smaller.
Yeah, yeah. So
that's
so
true.
no matter where the funnel goes in women rap, you end up at Nicki. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some way, shape, or form. I do. Putting it that way, I definitely think like. I think it's possible, but I don't think gatekeeping exists in general. I don't think gatekeeping exists in general. It is 2023. Whatever you want, wherever you want to be, is literally at your fingertips. Like, so in the past like 3-4 months, I have succumbed to the TikTok rabbit hole.
Okay. And
because the algorithm has learned me, they learned that I am a black male who has a fashion brand, and I like fashion stuff or whatever. So they send me all these different fashion people giving like free tips and what they call free game, where nothing is free. I don't care what nobody say. So they give out all these free tips and free game, and then you will get the random person who will be like, yeah, I got these made, this is what I drew up, and then this is what I sent the manufacturer, and this is what I got back. Look how good it look, y'all. And then you will instantly get, oh, who's your manufacturer? Are you gonna tell us who made it, or you gonna gatekeep? And my thing is, I look at those people that comment, and I'll be like, the time you spent on this app is the time you could have used making your own product, going to find the same manufacturers to make your stuff. Instead, you trying to get it from this person where low key you just trying to copy them. We're living in the world of copiers. Like nobody's original. So no, I'm not finna give you my stuff just copy. But at the same time, like you have the same internet I got.
Right.
Like mine might be a little faster than yours. Yours might be a little faster than mine. But we got the same internet. You know what I'm saying? We got the same Google. We can type in the same stuff. The time you spend on these apps, stop being lazy. Stop looking for a handout. Get up and put the work in. That's how I feel. Like if I'm not gonna equate it directly to this stuff, to what happened in the past, but one no is not gonna tell me, it's not gonna shut my dream down. Like if somebody on the phone and they like, yeah, in order for me to put you on the other line with this person, you gotta listen to me do this. And it's like, okay. Just hang the phone up, like you're not finna hold up what I want to do, like. So I just don't believe in gatekeeping, like, in this day and time, this day and age, right now.
So, I don't believe you can gatekeep entirely, because if you're good at what you do, you will get recognized. You'll get recognition for what you do.
Exactly.
But once you get into those more niche spaces, like I said, we try to get to that top 1%, where you might need to work with one of these people to get that, like you're at like 0.5, you need another 0.5 to get to the 1 or whatever. You might need to work with like a Nicki or somebody like that. But if she don't want to work with you because she sees something in you that could possibly make you more successful than her, she can choose to not.
Man, look. She can choose not to rock with you, but if whatever you're good at, whatever you're trying to do, if you make a big enough wave, nobody's gonna care what that one person thinks.
So without that,
Nicki don't like Cardi. Cardi don't like Nicki, but Cardi is still here. Like it's that simple. So
Cardi did other stuff before. I mean, she's always been doing music, but she's been on shows and other things. She found a way. But my thing, not so much as her, but more so with Meg. she was rapping before, but she had the song with Cardi, and Beyonce was on like the Savage remix. So it took her a good song and 2 good collabs for her to be a mainstay. Because I feel if she would have, let's say she would have just had WAP, if she didn't have the song with Beyonce, I don't think she will be as much of a fixture as she is now. I think it took both.
The Beyonce feature definitely blew Meg up bigger, but I feel like the Meg wave would have got to where it is now. It probably would have took 3 more years, but it still would have got there.
See, but 3 years is a long time.
It still would have got there.
3 years is forever in music.
It still would have got there.
She would have missed her window by then, bro.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think so.
Because
I don't think so. Because it's so many people that came behind her. It's people that are coming out behind her trying to beat her. Like, it's so many people that came out before her going backwards trying to beat her now. Like, Meg is still Meg. She's still beautiful. She still can dance. She still can rap. Like, she was going to be Meg whether it took 2 years or 5 years. She was still going to be Meg.
She could have been Meg, but she wouldn't be the Meg on that scale. She wouldn't be in her top 3.
I think she still would have been Meg.
You think she'd have been top 3 Meg, is what you're saying?
City Girl's not better than her. They came out before her.
Okay.
Who else came out before her who's not better than her?
Like, I don't, like, plenty of people. Like,
No,
you mean in terms of skill or in terms of success?
Talking about the young girl that came out before Meg or got popping before Meg, who Meg is better than.
Well, see, I don't listen to women rap like that, so I can't tell you that.
City Girl's not better than her.
Okay.
They came out before her.
Okay.
Sweetie not better than Meg. She came out before her.
Okay.
Who else? There's one other person I'm thinking of.
Flo Milli? No,
Nah.
Flo Milli was after.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know where Flo Milli came in at.
Well,
I think Doja not a rapper.
No, I wouldn't.
Doja
Doja
pop
rapper.
star.
Yeah.
But I think y'all get the point. I think it's people that came up before her, who she's, if not head and shoulders, she's at least shoulders above these people that came up before her, and she's still bigger than, as big as them, or if not bigger. And rapping wise, she's better. She still would have been Meg whether she came out 2 years earlier or 5 years earlier. She still would have been Meg.
So
LeBron would have still been LeBron if he came out 5 years, if he would have been to college or not. LeBron still would have came out LeBron. It's that simple. It's some people that are still want to be great, whether you try to stop them or not. People are going to find a way.
But do you feel like any of it is due to circumstance? Because
definitely,
Go ahead. So like I was telling you, and like I was telling my woman before, is that there are more talented people than, like, musically talented people than Meg and Cardi B. And the thing I told you before was, I believe if Young M.A. had the sex appeal of a Saweetie or whatever, she would sell albums like Cardi B does. Because, to be honest, Young M.A. has a solid core fan base. The women who like Young M.A. like Young M.A.
Do they like her as a person and then listen to her music, or do they like her music and like her as a person?
Oh shit!
Because that's two different things.
Well, I would have to ask.
I don't know. Because I think the people that like her, and then by product they listen to her music. They don't like her music and then like her.
But she isn't necessarily a personality. She's not. She's not somebody you see on TV and the internet all the time.
But when you see her, she captivates the audience. She is a personality.
She's a personality because she has one. But I'm saying she isn't someone who's always on your feed. Someone who's always on TV.
No, not like that.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's the kind of people that, like not Saweetie, but what's her name? Cardi, Meg. Those kind of people are always on your feed. So I can see you being like, okay, I see this person, I'm going to check their music out. But with someone like...
Nah, you don't... I don't think that's true. You don't have to see her on your see Cardi or Meg on your timeline. You're going to hear their music.
Yeah.
Walking through Target, you're going to hear their music. Facebook, Instagram, so you're going to hear their music no matter where you go.
So what I'm saying is with Young M.A. though, that doesn't that doesn't happen. So you have to. So I guess pretty much you have to seek out her music first because you're not gonna. She's not major. You're not gonna hear her music like said at Target.
I think people go. I think the people that follow Young M.A. like Young M.A.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she drops music, they go get the music because they like her.
So you think her music is secondary to her?
Yes.
I disagree.
I think the same thing that happens with Sweetie, where Sweetie only sold 2 albums. Like
You think that would happen to Young M.A.?
Yes.
No.
No, I'm saying I think like people follow. Yeah, people follow Sweetie and all her Instagram numbers that she got. That does not correlate to sales.
Right.
And I think the same thing happens with Young M.A. So people like Young M.A. as a person.
Okay, so I guarantee you Young M.A. sold more than 2,000.
Yeah.
I ain't looked up no numbers, but I guarantee you she sold more than 2,000.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
I don't think it'd be as big as the impact you think it is, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, if she looked like Saweetie, she would sell like Cardi, because
that's right, true.
Because a lot of women, do like Young M.A. and they like her music, talking all her studly I'm gonna fuck a bitch shit. Mm-hmm. But she looks like she studly do right. But if she was prettier, the women who listen to it will listen to it, and other women will listen to it, because the women that aren't off-put, the women that are off-put by her looking so manly or whatever would be more receptive to her messaging if she had more of that typical attractive black girl look.
Maybe.
So
that's a good point. I don't listen to too much of Young M.A. music. Actually, I don't listen to any of Young M.A. music. That's just me. Not too many girl rappers I listen to in general. But yeah, I don't from what I hear people talk about Young M.A. as a person more than I hear about them talk about her music. So that's why I say what I say.
And I never heard anybody talk about Young M.A. as a person. I always hear about her music.
Nah, so that's crazy. The algorithm got us 2 different ways. 2 totally different subjects, 2 different sectors.
So what do you feel about? So like we touched on it a second ago about Saweetie and her 2,000 albums. Mm-hmm. So she got all these millions of followers on all of these different platforms. When it came time to actually pay, not even real money because it streams now.
Right.
But when it came to pay the time to support her in a way, nobody really did.
Because people liked her lifestyle, and so from my understanding, they followed her over. The people from her YouTube and like her vlogs and stuff followed her over to Instagram, and like they're used to her content creation versus her music. So they don't really give a fuck about her.
So
music.
she was a vlogger before she got with Quavo?
I don't know what the fuck she was.
Because I know her as Quavo's girlfriend.
No, so I knew her as like she was rapping, and then she got with Quavo. But before that,
so she was rapping before she was Quavo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then but from my understanding, before that, or all while she was rapping, she also had like this YouTube channel where like her mom was in a lot of her videos, and like she was like, it was almost like a amateur like reality TV show. I could be totally wrong. I could be getting what they say and mixed up. But from my understanding, she had a big YouTube following, and that following translated over to Instagram. But people didn't follow her for music. They followed her for lifestyle stuff. So the way she dressed, because she was pretty, because she was at the club, she was in Dubai, she was this, she was that. So like that's what they followed her for. Like I could be totally wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. Like I don't know any girl that say put that Sweetie on.
Right.
Like, so but even like my lady India don't listen to Sweetie. Like she'll listen to Cardi. Every now and again she listen to Meg. But even like every now and again she listen to Nicki. But like I don't hear anybody talk about Sweetie. But it could be totally different.
So why do you feel that the female rap music space is controlled by pretty much 3 people and maybe like 2 extras if you?
Because one, is only so many of them, and well, no, let's reword that. One, it's a male dominated space, and
okay, but like for the most part, women listen to women.
no, but
okay, go ahead.
So it's a male dominated space, and more times than not, with most men, with the way we got most women in rap, the men stamp them. So like you got like Biggie and Kim stamp. Who did Jay-Z stamp? Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
So he stamped her. Fat Joe and Big Pun stamped Remy. And more times than not, the men don't want to stand next to the tomboy or the ugly chick or whatever, what society or the media deems as ugly or whatever. So if I have this girl that looks a certain, like if I have this girl that can rap, if I'm going to put her on stage next to me, or if I'm going to put her in a video next to me, she has to look a certain way. And then, so when you get that stamp of, okay, this how a woman rapper, a girl rapper is supposed to look, then everybody's going to follow suit. And when you don't follow suit, you're going to fall to the wayside. Whether you're as talented or naturally pretty, whatever, it don't matter because you don't look like this. So the 3 people that look like this are the 3 people that's going to win. And then you got the 2 outliers. The 2 outliers are the people that you weren't supposed to be here, but because you put the work in, we gonna let you stand next to us. And then that's going to be the core 5 or whatever. And then you also, I think outside of that, you're going to have 7 because you're going to have the people that's going to fall off and not care about music, like the City Girls. Like they go spin off, and I only rapped because it was popular, and I'm a hustler, I make money, and I'm cute. So I can use this as a catalyst to get to where I want to be. Talk shows, clothing lines, jewelry, cosmetics, stuff like that.
So, I mean, from a business perspective, I agree that's probably definitely the move. Do you feel like women getting into rap and then leaving, do you feel like it's damaging to rap? Because like, oh wow, I'm here, but I ain't here for real. I'm just here to get popular real quick.
No. If you I'm gonna take it off girls. If I'm a guy in the hood and I know rap is popular, I'm a hustler. I know how to make money. So I'm gonna go out, make me a record. It's gonna make me a whole album. Out of these 12 to 15 songs, one of these motherfuckers go pop. All right, boom. It pop. Label come to me and say, okay, we gonna sign you whatever with you. Cool, I don't care. Sign me. Whatever you want to sign me to. And then I know that by them putting me in all these videos, on all of these different radio stations, on these different podcasts, that's gonna put me in a space where I'm gonna go from talking to Joe Budden on his couch to meeting with fucking LVMH or whatever, the fashion house. That's where I want to be. This was just the catalyst to get me there. So I don't care how I get there, as long as I get there. So yeah, if you want to dip in and out and you don't consider yourself a rapper, just somebody trying to get some money, then yeah, do it. By all means, do it. But I feel like if you stamp yourself a rapper and that's all you care about and you want to be somebody's favorite rapper, that's when it's damaging. But if you don't give a fuck about this shit, like, no, I don't think it's damaging because I don't think your music is going to make a big enough wave to be damaging. It's going to be just enough. It's going to last for the summer, probably until middle of the fall. But after that, you on to the next bag.
Now, so what about the people who drop music, are successful, but then don't reproduce, and they just kind of stay in the spotlight like a Cardi B? Like Cardi, she dropped her one album. It was good. It received positive reviews. She dropped some single since, but no real album since.
To all the Cardi fans, you're never getting another Cardi album. Let's cut that in the bud right now. You're never getting another Cardi album. Maybe 2024, but don't look forward to it. Just like Rihanna. You're not getting another. Well, no, did she not? No, she going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're not getting another Rihanna album. As long as Fenty's still selling, you're not getting a Rihanna album. But to answer your question, I feel like the girls, the people, not just girls, people that starve their fan base like that, the fan base is usually okay. Like their core fan base, they're usually okay because they usually like them as a person. So like, yeah, I knew, you might have a person that would be like, yeah, I knew Cardi B from Love and Hip Hop. or I actually met Cardi B because I used to go to the strip club. I actually like her as a person. And now that she's on this TV show, because I like Cardi's personality, I'm still going to watch this TV show or whatever because I'm going to get the same Cardi. And then if she come up with a song, I'm going to listen to that song because I like Cardi. So it's not that I like Cardi's music. It's that I like Cardi. So it's a big difference. And then like even with what's her name? With Rihanna. Like people like Rihanna. People like Rihanna's aesthetic. People like what they think Rihanna stands for. The bad girl, the edgy, the like they like that. So whatever Rihanna does, they're going to support it.
So, but her last album was received really well.
Yeah.
And
so it hurts the casual fans like me, like the people who don't really care about Rihanna's personality. Like, yeah, I would like to another Rihanna album. So it hurts people like me, but her core fan base, the people that actually matter, the people that go out to all her shows, that buy all her stuff, they're okay because they're still getting Rihanna.
So I feel like if she would have tried to do some of that quick shit like the City Girls did, like drop one album and leave, it wouldn't have worked.
Nah, it wouldn't. Well, she also came at a different time.
She did come at a different time. Cause pretty much all of her albums, I like all of her albums except Rated R. I didn't really care for Rated R. But her having that consistent track record with music, when she decided to come out with another product being closed, she had that leverage to where it was like, everything I've done has been good. So this is going to be good too.
Right. And y'all still playing that. Like, so a lot of y'all still listen to that.
And then with the City Girls though, you know, they had Carisha was doing the podcast. She did like 3 or 4 episodes and then she was off for like a year. And then I think she's had like a couple episodes now. And now she's going through her thing with Diddy. So, I mean, yes, she's a personality and people will want to hear. But how much of that was manufactured? Maybe the aesthetic of everything, maybe her being with Diddy, this and that made her appealing to watch.
I don't think she was.
So what if she's not able to get any guests now because she's not with Diddy? Like, what is going to be her appeal then? I
think she's still. There's still a lot of, I don't know about girls, but I think a lot of guys will still go to sit next to her because a lot of girls still like her and still follow her. So a lot of guys are like, you know what? She cute, she a baddie. I'm gonna go sit down next to her, and I'm gonna show the girls that watch another side of me that they never see. So I think if I was a rapper, that'd be my appeal. Like, you know what? I don't care if she with Diddy or not. Matter of fact, now that she's not with Diddy, I'm gonna be a little bit more flirtatious. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll be my angle. I'm gonna go up there to sit, and you know, pretty girl. She appealed to all the baddies, all the IG baddies or whatever. So that'll be my appeal. Just go up there, sit, talk to her, and that'll pull in some girls to my audience.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, should she go back to making music? I think she should have never stopped making music because the people.
But like you're saying though, if she just did it to another means to like an end, it wasn't her passion.
That's true.
Maybe they did. Maybe she did the right thing. They came out with an album. Maybe they had 2 songs that really popped or whatever, enough to get some notoriety to go do something else. Because if you stay in there for too long, you come out with a whole bunch of trash shit. Then you go try your podcast or whatever, and like, oh no, you that trash bitch with the podcast now. Right.
So, I mean, that's a really good point. The reason why I would say she shouldn't start making music is because of because then the people, or more times than not, the other girls you're going to be featured with on your songs or your albums or whatever, they're not going to. The other girls you're rapping with on these songs or making songs with, they probably won't come to your podcast or your show because it could potentially be detrimental to their brand. So, like, I don't see Ari Lennox going up there because Ari Lennox still makes music, and something can happen to where, like, no matter what happens on this show, you're still getting money. Where if something happens to me on this show, that affects my livelihood.
Right.
So I think that might affect her a little bit, but I don't know. Again, she's still an IG baddie, so she gonna have some money in her pocket.
So do you feel like being an IG baddie is enough to be successful in women rap?
Yes, it's shown. Yes, yes, it's enough to get you a deal, to get you, because you don't even got to rap. You don't have to rap. Mm-hmm. How many followers you got? Mm-hmm.
But see though, now if I'm a label and I see the Saweetie thing that just happened, I don't know if I can take your followers and
don't matter. Because how many followers you got? Okay, it do matter. Okay. So if you got, because typically only about 30% of your total following actually sees your content, so that does matter or whatever. But if you are known in the hip hop scene or the music scene or whatever, specifically hip hop, because it's easier to come and go in hip hop rather than R&B. But if you are known and you show an interest, you got a little bit of some rhythm or whatever, I got a stylist that can style you. I got my whole little glam team that can put the makeup on you or whatever. You know, you beat to the gods, as they say. And I got 6-7 writers back here that wrote for Cardi and all these people. Mm. So yeah, guess what? We go ahead, manufacture. There you go. I'm gonna get a SZA, or I'm gonna pay a SZA or Arnie Lennox, hop on your track, and then if you really do good, I'm gonna put you alongside Nicki, and you gone. So it's definitely working. The same way SoundCloud worked for mumble rappers, being an IG baddie works for them.
So now, do you think that's fair to women rappers who try?
No, it's not fair, but it's the game.
So, and I think a lot of the time, even though she hasn't been able to articulate it, I think that's been Nicki's issue with people, is that she had to come up at a different time and she has to write and do all of these other things. But other women come into her same space where she's been for forever. They have it way easier. They're doing this and that, and then they're being perceived on the same level as her, and she doesn't like it because
Nicki's a hater.
Niggas hater?
Nicki is a hater.
Nicki is a hater,
Nicki's
but
a hater. That's it.
But I can
point blank period.
If that is her stance, though, I can see why. That's, you know why? That's like when so you was in the union before, so I don't know how far y'all union went back, but whenever it comes like time for like contracts or whenever something happened, the old heads always talking about how hard they had it versus how the new niggas got it. Mm-hmm. And I believe Nicki, like, while a hater, old head hater, her points are not invalid.
I'm not gonna call her old head. I'm just calling her a hater.
Do you feel like her point is invalid?
Yes and no, because Nicki benefited from that same treatment. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The game, like the players, it's new players coming into this game.
So who
you came in at a time where they fostered Lil' Kim's whole personality and gave it to you and modified it. You benefited from the game. You benefited from the ass shots. You was the first one. Mm-hmm. You benefited from it. They have the whole package is called the Nicki Minaj package. Mm-hmm. So yes, you benefited from it. You are the staple for it. You are the reason for it. You benefited from it. You might not get no royalties from it, but you benefited from it. Look at your kids. That's what you say. All these niggas is my sons. Mm-hmm. She say it all the time. Mm-hmm. So accept it. So stop being a hater and accept it.
So I don't think she had a problem accepting it. I think it's that they want to be perceived on the same level. I think she calls herself queen for a reason. She wants to see that separation. She wants it to be, okay, I'm Nicki and these are my children.
So when you hurt people behind the scenes, they're not going to make that separation for you. When you do stuff behind the scenes to hurt people, whether it be rappers or executives or whatever, they're not going to make that distinction for you. And then when you come out and you constantly act like you're above everything, nobody's going to make that exception for you. Like you're making that exception for yourself. So why do I have to do it?
She wants it to be solidified. She don't want it to be just her.
It's solidified.
But she wants y'all, if it's so solid, she wants y'all to say it. And that's her thing. Now, I think that part is a bit wild. Like, wanting, you can want people to want things, but you can't want to make them or make them want them or whatever. But so like, say I can see her being upset that there is no separation, but she can't be mad because they don't want to separate it. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say like this. Do you probably recognized it, but back when we used to play basketball a lot, whenever I made a good pass, or whenever I got a steal, or whenever I got a block, I used to always compliment myself. Good pass.
You still do that.
And you're right, I still do.
For everything.
But do you want to know why I started doing that?
Why?
Because nobody would say it. I would sit back and I would watch, like, Kool-Aid Chris. He would give props to everybody else. And I'm like, I did that same exact pass 2 plays ago. You ain't say nothing. So it did go to everybody else. I'm like, yo, I took that same shot. You ain't say nothing. I did the same thing. You ain't say nothing. So you know what? Good pass, Bobby. Good shot, Bobby. I would say it. Now I'm not badgering you. I never bashed anybody. Like I'm better than that. I'm doing none of that. What I just compliment myself. That's it. And I think if certain people did that, then we wouldn't have to make that separation.
Nigga,
like,
you look wild complimenting yourself.
But
that is some of the wildest shit.
If I was a rapper talking about how good I was, I would only talk about how good I was, and nobody else, nobody would bat an eye. J. Cole do it all the time. I'm better than these niggas. And guess what? People listen to the song. Damn, he right. He don't go around like pointing niggas out and that nigga trash because of this and they shouldn't be around Matt because of that. No. He knows he's head and shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, everything above people, and he's just saying it.
No, I think doing it in the concept of art is different than being like, yo, I made a good pass. Hey, that's wild shit.
If you won't say it, I will.
But like,
somebody gotta say it, because it was a good pass.
No, it doesn't. My thing is though, it does need to be said because you know it was a good pass.
So if y'all ain't say it, I'm gonna say it.
But I'm saying nobody needs to say it.
Now that it's said,
no, but it didn't need to be said.
It does.
It does not.
If it's a good pass,
bro. If I know I'm doing a good job, I don't need you to tell me I'm doing a good job. I know I'm doing a good job.
Nah. It's different. It's different because especially if you know. If I was watching the streets highlight, that pass would have been on the highlight. Not somebody's regular chest pass. That down between the legs on the fast break, that would have been on somebody's highlight. So guess what? Good pass, Bobby.
So do you feel like, this is get away from women, but do you feel like you have a lack of appreciation? Do you feel like you don't get the appreciation you deserve?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. Okay. But I think to get back to the rap comparison, I think it goes like, I think looking at, so as where I'm at now in like the fashion lane or whatever, I can't get mad at the young designers just doing what's trendy. I can't get mad at that. They doing what's trendy. Everybody making the jogging suit with the little flare pants. Like, if you want to make that, make that. And if you want to make your money, make your money. I'm not going to hate. But I know that all you go do is sit back and watch the crowd and copy everybody else.
So, and see, that's my thing with Nicki. So, if you're doing what you're doing, and then somebody else comes up doing this similar thing, but different off this template, and then they're comparing themselves to you, you not going to feel slighted?
No, because I know what you're doing. I know the game.
So
I'm playing the game. I played the game. I'm in the game. I know the game.
So you're okay with them saying, "Yep, I'm taking it the easy way, and I'm just as good as you at what you do."
I'll be like 70% okay with that because depends on how loud you say it. Depends on how loud you say it.
So look. So imagine being Nicki Minaj. And then these people are saying it as loud, but it ain't so much as them saying it, it's everybody else saying it for them. Like you said, like...
No, I don't care what everybody else say. I don't care what everybody else say. I don't.
Okay.
I don't care about everybody else. Everybody else can say, the new chick is better than me if I'm Nicki. I don't care what they say. You know what you doing, and I know what you doing. So no. So long like it's like you can say it sometimes. Just don't get too loud. Watch your mouth. Like, yeah. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Yeah. Okay. You got anything else on the women topic?
No, I think that's it. Like I said, I don't think there's no way for, there's no lane for women to be accountable in rap specifically. One, because we don't see it being...
Well, because it's not being done, that means there is a lane, or you can make the lane.
Nobody wants to make the lane. You know how hard that is, G?
Dog, but look, though.
I gotta tear up the gravel. I gotta rent the truck, get the jackhammer, tear up the gravel, lay the pavement, put the signs up. I'm not doing that shit, G.
But look, though, but once you do it, though, pioneers are always revered as such.
Like, Are they?
Yes. If history preserves, they are. Because, like, we... Oh, shit. Hello?
Hey, honey.
Hey, baby. Nothing. Me and Bobby finishing up the pod. What you doing?
See, I knew y'all wasn't gonna be done before us. Cause we done.
Okay. We are literally recording, though. So can I call you right back?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Keep all that in there.
And, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't forgot.
Oh yeah, so you can blaze the trail. Yeah, you can be the trailblazer, and if history holds correctly, you'll be remembered as such. So people
history never holds correct.
So, but we are in a time where history is easily forgotten, but is also easily researched. So people may want to consider Drake a trailblazer, and he is in his own right. But before Drake, it was LL.
Yeah.
It was LL. LL was the light-skinned lover boy talking about "I need you on my radio."
That's
and all this other stuff.
I didn't go back that far, but yeah.
And then then it was a Ja Rule and everything. But with history, you can always go back and look to see where it started.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was.
But I don't think nobody remembers the first. They remember the biggest.
And also, like a Drake lyric, it's not about who did it first; it's about who did it right. So
I don't know if did it right. Did the biggest. I don't know.
The person who did it right first is probably the biggest.
That's not true.
Well, you're right, but look, but with there being no rap lane for it, I feel that it is there. It just has to be done, and it has to be done correctly. A woman doesn't have to come out here and spew all of her deepest, darkest secrets or nothing, but I think if it's catchy enough, if it's melodic enough, her coming out saying, I apologize for this, or I'm sorry for this, or I have these regrets, something to where it makes them seem like they're just not some woman that's impervious to mental or emotional damage.
Nah, that's okay. I'm gonna change perspective. If I was the label, I'm not putting no money behind that.
Because you don't think it'll be successful?
No. I know it won't be successful.
You believe it won't be successful?
I know it won't. I'm not putting no money behind that.
Because...
How can I market that?
Because my thing is other genres do it. Especially other... Like, look, it's this one song on the radio called Victoria's Secret. Mm-hmm. Have you heard it? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's by this... I assume she a fat white chick. I don't know if she fat or not. But I assume she on the chunkier side. And she's talking about her insecurities that she has from looking at all of these Victoria's Secret models. And
that's different.
It's an insecurity.
That's different. She's playing the victim card. The woe is me. Pay attention to me. That's different. She's playing the victim. Woe is me. Look at me. You can't do that. You can't. You say I'm lying.
You're not lying.
Say that's the victim. Woe is me. So stop looking at everybody else. Look at me.
But the song isn't so much like that. It's just saying that, like, I thought it would be like this, and I put myself through these things to try and be that. But I realized I didn't have to do that. So she acknowledges that at one point, like, yeah, I was trying to do this, but like upon further reflection, I realized that no, I don't have to do it. I'm cool the way I am, and yeah, I made some mistakes trying to be that. But I'm cool where I am now.
I think that's still the woe is me card. That's still the woe is me victim card. That's not like that's way more vulnerable than what we were talking about before, but I don't think that's that you can't correlate that. That's not equal to me. Saying these models gave me insecurities versus I was wrong in this relationship is two different things. Because it's one of them is introspective and the other one is whatever the other word is. Looking out. One is looking in, one is looking out.
So, well, I believe in women rap that it would have to start somewhere. Because a lot of the women don't have feelings, bro. They don't have feelings in a lot of their rap. Like, don't get me wrong, they might get sad about something. Like, I know, what's her name? Meg The Stallion she did a song about like her mom dying. Mm-hmm. But it was more like, yes, I am sad as an emotion. I'm sad that this like linear event happened, as opposed to
I was wrong in this situation.
Yeah,
I did this.
Yeah, I was part of the situation. I did this, or I reacted like this due to this situation. So if they said, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, let's say she came out later and said, like, she did a song about what happened with like with her, Tori, and Kelsey, and she was saying, well, like, I know I got shot. Well, let's not say her. Let's not say her. Let's say
whoa.
Right. Let's say like Kelsey or somebody came out with a song and
That'd be hilarious.
Well, she got one, but like, let's say she came out with one and she was saying, well, you know, I did this, and because I did these things, this stuff happened. This is the part I played. I acknowledge I played this part.
Nah, I don't know.
No, I'm not saying somebody like her. Like, if somebody,
no, I'm saying nobody want to hear that shit.
I would love to hear that, because it's like, because I think at this point for me, I am just dying to hear a woman take accountability.
I think you just want to hear something different.
On the track.
No. You want to hear accountability. So yeah.
I want to hear accountability because, like I said, I listen to a whole bunch of different stuff, and that's what made me. That's what drew attention to it missing in this lane. Because, like I said, I hear from rappers, I hear from singers, these fucking rock bands, and all this other stuff. They're like, "Yo, I fucked up. I did these. I made these mistakes," and women just shake that ass.
Because that's not what you want to hear. Like,
but I'm saying you don't know what they want to hear if you don't give it to them. It ain't like what's the test? What's the test on this that they did it and it failed?
But I do know what they want to hear.
But they tired of hearing. You can only make these same. Yes, bro. You can only make these same escorting songs so many different times. You can only do it so many different times. Like,
I'm gonna do it on this trap beat. I'm gonna do it on this Dilla beat.
So
I'm gonna do it on.
Okay, so look. So I will acknowledge that certain people have higher tolerances to that certain kind of thing. So, like, we talked about it before. Like, I like Pusha T. I like when Pusha T talk drug shit. But I don't want to hear no one person talk about one thing all the fucking time. I don't care who you are and what you're talking about. I don't want to hear it all day, every day.
So, but I think it's one thing you leaving out. You're also leaving out the context in which these songs are played. Nobody's listening to the words of these songs when they're played. We listen to the one catchy part and everything else goes out the window. So nobody's actually listening to these songs. We listen for that one catchy part. We listen for the beat, and typically people are listening to a lot of these songs you're referencing in the strip club, at parties. Like, they listen to them in high energy places. But you're not listening to the words.
But you still, after a while, you begin to know the words because you begin to sing the words. So the words have to cross your brain at some point.
They don't.
Bro, you don't know the words of Tomorrow?
I don't.
Okay, well, see, I
know the beginning of what's her name part.
I've been on bitches' neck so long, sometimes my foot gets stuck. Like
the catchy parts.
But I'm saying those. So I'm saying, but that's us though, and I'm saying as women listeners, like my girl, she knows that whole verse, she knows that whole song, like dead ass ad libs included, and the dance. Nigga should be like, she be doing that shit, and
do it again for the TikTok.
No, it's two of them. It's like this one, and then it's like the crossover one. Like I'm like, cause she at first did it. I'm like, she trying to break my ankles in the kitchen. Like, she don't know I'm prepared for this my whole life, nigga. Like
you're ready for this.
Girl, end up on the floor. But I'm saying though, so women do listen to the songs. Women do learn the words, and women, like, she'll tell you, she'll be like, oh, in one of them songs, she was like, oh man, I felt that shit. Like how we listen to some shit, like, oh, I felt that shit. They listen to them same twerking songs with all that shit and be like, damn, you know what? She right. I felt that. She said, like something like, y'all go for anything, I can't go for none of that. Or whatever. That's my girl part. She love that shit. But she know every word in the song. That's the part that she chose to be her shit. So these songs are being listened to. Don't get me wrong, the beats are nice, but the songs are being listened to. These words are being internalized. And I'm telling you, I think somebody gotta take a shot. And don't get me wrong, you know what? It might be something I do. Like I might go on Fiverr, I might write a song. Like, I might go on Fiverr, write a song like, yo, can you rap this please, black female? And she'll be like, no, this shit sound like bullshit or whatever. But who knows? But
this shit ain't gonna sell. This shit gonna go on TikTok.
But the thing is, you never know. So many people have done shit that they thought wouldn't work that end up working.
Yeah.
So like, and then like I said, when I sold them fucking masks, it was a fucking joke. Like it was a fucking joke. Right, and I sold them or whatever. And you just never know. People make parodies. People make spoofs. Things are just. You just don't know until you try. And like I said, it's not even like 5 people tried and 5 people failed. Nobody tried, nobody failed.
Yeah, but I don't think women in hip hop get that lane to. They don't get the opportunity to fail. Like one fail from a girl rapper is it. Finito, you are done.
So I'm not saying it has to be your lead single. But I'm saying if it's on the album, the women who really like these people and who will listen to their whole album from start to finish, so somebody like a Cardi, somebody like a Nicki, to where they've earned full listens from their fans, they be like, oh, well, what's that one song called? Oh, shit, Accountability. That's my shit.
Do you listen to a full Cardi or Nicki or Meg album?
Nicki album, sure.
I said one of those. I said 3. Like 3 albums. All 3 of them. No.
Not all 3, no. But I'm saying only one of them has to do it.
So if it's an album cut, if one of them had to do it, one of those 3, and it's an album cut, you probably not go hear it.
But we also in that time though, if an album cut blows up, it will get popular.
That's not gonna blow up.
You don't know that, bro. If a song slaps, it slaps, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, look, wasn't like so shit happened. So like the movie Hangover, the first Hangover movie did not have an advertisement budget. It did not have an advertisement budget. That shit was super low. Nobody heard about it. Remember, it came to the theater one day. They was like, yo, it's about these people, they go to Vegas or whatever. And in that movie, I remember cleaning that theater and people outside, like when I was coming to the theater, people was in the theater calling people, say, yo, you gotta see this, or whatever. So it had organic reach. So people who went to see that movie that day didn't know much about what it was, but they liked it and they told other people to come and watch it. So if one of them did a song and it was popping, who knows? Somebody might put it on the story. Some TikToker might do it or whatever. Who knows? So I'm saying the ability for it to reach far is too vast. It can definitely happen.
I don't know. Do you ask for a lot, G?
Said women accountability. Asking for too much.
Don't let that go on record for me agreeing to that. But I think you asking for a lot.
Nigga.
I think you asking for a lot.
All right, man. But I'm pretty much finished. You got anything else?
Nah, man. That's it.
Okay.
Like, no such thing as gatekeeping in 2023. I'm actually making a YouTube video about that. So.
Okay. And for my my vacation flight for this episode is I'm thinking about going a complete lazy opposite way and just vacuum seal all that shit. Take the air out my shit.
Hey, dead ass. You might be on to something.
Yeah.
You might be on to something.
All right, man. But I'm good for today, though, dog.
All right, man. That's it. I hope y'all like this episode. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If y'all have any topics for us, leave them in the comment. Anything y'all think about what we just talked about today, leave it in the comments. Like I said, I don't think there's such thing as gatekeeping. If you tell me no, I'm going to find a way. G thinks there's no accountability in women's rap. If you can prove either one of us wrong, leave it in the comments below, all right?
Bet.
Holla. Peace.